What's up, guys? Welcome back to Give a Shit. So, here we are, weekly show. If you don't know what it is, we talk about automotive industry news in the past week. And I'm here with Nate.
What's up?
And we just did some things to that, but that's coming soon. So stick around for that. Subscribe. Things. Awesome.
We also have had a few of these. They're called beers.
I've had one. How many have you had?
Like 6 or 7.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have, dude.
You've had like 4.
No.
Since like 12.
This is at least 5. Number 5.
Alright, well, you're telling this to the internet, so
That's alright. I'm legal.
Alright. Anyway, here we are talking about the news. So, let's jump into today's show.
Sweet.
So, first, we're talking about
Mercedes
AMG Project
AMG.
1. So, Project 1 is the next hypercar. They announced it about 3 years ago. And they released a little frontal image of just kind of the headlights. It's kind of shadowy. It'll be appearing right over Nate's head right about now. And yeah, so this car is going to be a hybrid. 1.6 liter V6, kind of like the same as the F1 cars. Makes 750 horse?
748.
Yeah,
I believe is the exact number.
Whatever it is. So 750 horsepower from a 1.6 liter V6.
Yeah.
It's going to have 2 electric motors, each making somewhere around 170 horsepower. So it's going to be over, I thought it was over 1,000 horsepower. It's going to have a better power to weight ratio than 1 to 1. So it's going to be really light, really powerful. And it's going to rev to 11,000 RPM, which is very high. That's like motorcycle territory.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a very hardcore car. They're going to unveil it rather, next week. I think it was September, what was it? 12th and 13th?
I'm not sure.
Something like that. The Frankfurt Auto Show next week, next weekend. So it'll be really cool to see. I'm actually really excited to see this car. It's going to be very hardcore. It's going to be competing with like the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which is also being co-produced with Red Bull Racing. So it's also going to be a very hardcore track hypercar. So it's going to be also a hybrid and things like that. So it's going to be a very cool car, very exciting things coming out. So
Yeah.
Are you excited for this car?
Just a little bit.
I mean, there's 20 cars, 50 cars.
It's a big jump, Thomas.
No, there's a very small amount of cars coming to the United States. I think it was 50.
50 are coming here?
Yeah.
Out of
275 are going to be made. I think each around, was it 2.6 million? I don't know. It's very many millions of dollars.
Something.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Let's just be real. You know what I mean?
I can afford it.
No, you can't.
Yes.
But, yeah, cool things. Hybrids.
Yeah.
Speaking of hybrids, touch on Aston Martin. What about Aston Martin, Nathaniel?
They're doing a lot of electric components and electric, like EV cars now, electric vehicles, and they're trying to move, is it their whole like production line?
Yeah.
Into EV?
Yeah, so like, well, not pure EV, but hybrid.
Okay.
So like, they said by mid-2020, mid-2020s, sorry, so like, 2024, 24, 25, 26, whatever it is. Aston Martin wants to make their full lineup. So like the DB11 that just came out, whatever that will be in however amount of time. Their 4-seater that apparently they're going to come out with a new one. They're going to come out with that new hypercar we're talking about. So they're going to move all of these cars to be a hybrid car. So I feel like that kind of speaks very highly to where this industry is going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it started with kind of the consumer cars, which I thought was kind of interesting because a lot of times technology comes from racing.
Yeah.
And
it comes
it
in
trickles
like the
down.
higher end cars.
Yeah.
And trickles down to then become standard
Yeah.
in every car.
Yeah, like a dual clutch transmission. They first started out in racing, like say in the F1 cars, and then they kind of went down into supercars, and then now they're in normal everyday consumer cars. The new freaking Kia Soul has a DSG or dual clutch, whatever you want to call it. They call it different things over different car companies. But this is kind of interesting how the hybrid I feel like kind of really took off with cars like the Prius and like the what was the Honda, the Insight?
Yep, the Insight.
Things like that. Whereas now, obviously, hypercars are also using hybrids, like we were just talking about, like the 918, the LaFerrari and the P1, the Holy Trinity there.
Yep.
The new ones coming out, the Project 1, the Valkyrie, things like that. So, yeah, I think it really speaks to where this whole industry is going. Is that a lot of these car companies are really looking at hybrid technology. I I think one for performance, like we've been talking about with these hypercars, but also for fuel economy to meet these government standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of these governments are saying like you need to have, as a company, you need to have this number as an average. And a lot of these car companies can't even manufacture like cars to do this. Like, how is Ferrari going to do this? You know what I mean? How is Aston Martin going to do this? But like, I feel like there might be some exceptions to those cars, but also just for performance and and just I don't even know, performance, longevity, things like that. So Aston Martin is going to be going full hybrid, their whole entire lineup by mid 2020s, which I thought was kind of interesting. So yeah. Anyway, last one for the day. We are talking about Cummins. Now, Nate, tell us about Cummins. What is Cummins, first off?
Cummins has it's a V8 diesel motor. They have a thing with Dodge.
I don't.
Or whatever.
They have a thing with Nissan for their V8s.
Well,
I thought Dodge didn't have a V8 Cummins. Didn't they just have like a straight six?
I thought Dodge still had the V8 Cummins.
In the Dodge? Really?
The Rams, yeah.
Alright, sure, whatever. Let us know down below. I don't actually know.
It's a V8.
Is it?
It's not.
I thought it was a straight six.
No, because they have a V8 and then they have the 4-cylinder. Like Duramax has, like Chevy's Duramax, they have a 4-cylinder and a V8.
Yeah, but Duramax is different though. That's not Cummins.
Okay, but maybe Cummins does have this.
I thought they only had a straight six.
Straight six, but
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
But they make diesel engines.
Anyways, Nissan's got a 5-liter diesel Cummins motor.
Yep.
Cummins is known mainly for diesel stuff.
Yep. Like
But
light duty, heavy duty.
Yep. But they're changing it up now. Cummins has beat Tesla to the electric semi-truck game.
Yeah. And it is raining. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it just started raining quite a lot.
It's raining out here. Cars in the garage. We're good.
That's kind of why I want to put mine in the garage, though, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so Tesla about a week ago said they're going to unveil their new electric semi pretty soon. But then Dodge was like, hey, guess what? Here it is. Here's ours. Beat you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this car, or this truck rather, is supposed to, has 16 kilowatt battery. So it's going to have somewhere around 100 miles right off the bat. Now they said you can, but they said you can add other battery packs to up to like 300 to 400 miles. So this
still not much.
Yeah, but you see, this semi is supposed to do more like metropolitan area type thing. So like big cities, Chicago, New York, LA, San Francisco, San Jose, Houston, things like that. Like big, like I said, more metro deliveries, not necessarily cross country, but things that are more in the city and in big metropolitan areas.
Yeah.
So I feel like in that sense, it'd make a lot of sense to make this type of truck. I think it's really interesting how things like this are going not only electric but also autonomous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's one big thing. That's one big area that autonomous vehicles are really going to be pushed is in like freight.
Yep.
And also in like just people moving. So like public transportation, buses, taxis, things like that. So I'm curious to see if they also. I'm sure Tesla will definitely be having an autonomous thing with their truck as they do with the Model X, the Model S, and also the new Model 3. But I just kind of want to touch on how this whole industry is really going to have to adapt quite a lot with the whole electrification and what's the word? Autonomous vehicles and things like that. And I feel like that is definitely one area that is really going to explode. So yeah, that's one thing to look out for. Not only Cummins but also Tesla and other car companies that are going to be coming out with electrified vehicles. Maybe down the road, maybe Volvo is going to be hopping in on this. I know Volvo is really pushing their autonomous vehicle technology, and they also make heavy machinery.
Peterbilt is another one.
Yeah.
I could see them potentially doing that. But I'm kind of sad to see that going that way because I've always liked seeing truck drivers.
Yeah, I feel like it's really going to be interesting how that whole transition is made with...
Because that takes out a whole, like, career.
Yeah.
And those guys make good money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Cross-country ones, they make good money.
And it's just going to be so much cheaper for companies, for shipping companies to not even have to employ people.
Yeah, which is
so... Yeah, it sucks in one way, but another way, it's just that's what's going to happen, you know? It's going to move... I mean, people used to, physically make shoes. You used to have cobblers. And now we don't really have that anymore. We have sweatshops. No, that's terrible.
Sweatshops.
No, but like, you know, times change, and it'll be
FTW
interesting to
sweatshops
see.
for the win.
It'll be interesting to see where that whole industry moves to and how that really does in the coming years.
Yeah.
Especially how all this technology is really being pushed and being pushed very hard. So, yeah. Cool. I think that is about it that we have for you today. I usually like to keep these short, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just keeping up to date with everything. Everything we talked about will be in the description below. If you want to check out any more info on the topics we talked about, everything is always linked down there. Yeah, check out more videos coming out soon. I have a review coming out this week on Wednesday. Check that out. It'll be a little bit interesting, a little bit of a twist. I hope you guys like that. And then there'll be a video coming out the week after with this thing right here. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of hungry, dude. I'm actually hungry.
Yeah, you want to get a snack?
I actually kind of do. Are you guys hungry? There's people back there too. Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm actually hungry though. Like I'm not even just saying this for the video. I'm actually kind of hungry.
There's more burgers if you want to.
All right, let's go grab some. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Nate on Instagram. I'll link yours in below because he has like no followers. So follow him, please.
Yeah.
He needs attention.
Be my friend. I don't ever post though.
Yeah, you don't.
But if I get more followers, I'll start posting more.
So link to all that below. This is Nate. My name's Thomas. This is Give a Shit. See you guys next time.